Good morning, you amazing grade 4s. It's just Mrs. Landry and Madame Lesard here with you today. So today we are going to be giving you a little bit of a challenge, but it is very simple once you realize that you already know your basic multiplication facts, which means that division is actually pretty easy for you. And so today we're going to be linking our division to our algebra. Now, algebra is not a term that you guys are too familiar with yet. Algebra is math equations where there is a missing number, a number that you do not know. So as you can see below me, I have a multiplication question right now, and it says 3 times a equals 9. So this week you have been working a lot on doing or changing multiplication questions to division questions. And so today I'm going to show you how to do that using algebra. We're going to work through 3 examples. One is just a single digit, and then the rest of them are 2 digits. So this question here says 3 times a equals 9. So we need to change this to a division question. And how we do that is we're going to start by taking the 9 that is over here, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change that multiplication sign to a division sign. Now if we look here, the last 2 parts of our equations that we have are a 3 and the letter a. So we already know what the number 3 is. So what we're going to do is we're going to say 9 divided by 3. So we're just going to bring that down, is equal to a. Now we are amazing at our facts. We know that 3 times something equals 9. Whatever that number is, that something is what a is equal to. So you probably guessed it already that 9 divided by 3 is equal to 3. So a equals 3 because 3 times 3 equals 9. Which means that 9 divided by 3 would also equal 3. Okay? So we're going to work through another question like that. This question is 5 times a equals 15. So again, we're going to start with our product. That's going to be our starting number. We're going to look at it as 15, and then we're going to make it into a division question. Now again, we already know the 5 and we don't know what the a is. So we're going to take that 5, we're going to drop it down here. And you guys have already probably figured it out that 15 divided by 5 is equal to a. Now we know, based on our multiplication facts, that something times by 5 equals 15. So that means that a is equal to whatever that number is. So a is equal to 3. Because if we look at 15 divided by 5 equals 3 is the same as 3 times 5 equals 15. It is just the opposite. Okay? We're going to do one more question together and then we're going to give you some practice. This one's a little bit bigger. It also has some zeros, but I promise you, you can do it. So to begin, you can see that our unknown variable is at the beginning of our equation this time, which is okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with the 40. We're going to take our 40. Then we have to make it into a division question. So we're going to change that multiplication symbol to a division. Now again, we do not have the number for a, but we do have 10. So that seems pretty easy. We're just going to drop that 10 down and do 40 divided by 10 is equal to a. Now, if this looks kind of intimidating, don't worry about it. Just pretend the zeros aren't there and do 4 divided by 1. So we know that 4 divided by 1 is equal to 4. So a is equal to 4. So if we look at this, 10 times 4 equals 40, which is why 40 divided by 10 equals 4. So you have 7 questions to practice and we can't wait to see you try and figure out all these questions. If you need help, just remember that Mrs. Landry and I are here for you. We know that today's a little bit of a trickier day, but we know that you guys are up for the challenge. Okay, bye love bugs.